Hi, so here are the ingredients that we will be using. Over here, I know this just says peppermint caramel corn, but it's actually flour because we washed it out and put flour in here, so it's more convenient. And then here we've got some fine granulated sugar, some unsweetened cocoa powder, some baking soda, of course the Oreos, as they are cookies and cream, cupcakes, sorry, and then some baking powder, vanilla extract, and then buttermilk. Unfortunately, I did not get in the picture. There's also going to be some salt, water, and regular vegetable oil or canola oil, anything that's unflavored. Okay. Okay, so for the frosting, we are going to need some powdered sugar and a lot of butter, because this is going to be a cookies and cream buttercream frosting. So here I have 3 sticks of butter, and I'm probably going to use about like 5 to 6 cups of powdered sugar. And of course we will be adding the rest of this pack of yummy cookies. Okay, so here I've got all my tools that I will be needing. Unfortunately, a lot of my measuring cups and spoons are dirty because yesterday I made cookies. Need to clean those, but yeah, and then I also have cupcake liners, of course, because they are cupcakes, and I've got a plate as sort of a spoon dish so I can put all my dirty utensils on it. And then I've got a measuring cup here for the olive oil and water. And then I've got a whisk for the mixing, as these are 1 bowl cupcakes. So we will need to be whisking everything, a ladle to dish out the thing, and a knife to cut up the butter. Of course, we also have these muffin tins. I have 2 12 little cup ones because this recipe is going to be making a lot, as I'm making these for a bake sale. So yay! So we're just going to be lining each of these. Okay, so here are all my dry ingredients, which we'll just be putting into this large metal bowl. First, we have some baking soda, baking powder, and some salt. And then we have 1 2/3 cup of granulated sugar. And here's 2 cups of flour, and 2/3 plus 1/8 cup of unsweetened cocoa powder. For the other dry ingredients, you will be needing 1 teaspoon of baking powder, 2 teaspoons of baking soda, and 1 half teaspoon of salt. So now we're just going to put all those dry ingredients that I just listed off into a large metal bowl to be whisked together. And again, I'd like to point out that this is a 1 bowl recipe, but for filming, I decided to use mini prep bowls. So when you actually make it, you can make it all in 1 bowl. So we're just going to mix that all together, and sorry the bowl is spinning because I am filming with 1 hand and whisking with the other. Okay, so before we get any further, we're going to preheat the oven to 350 degrees. Now for the wet ingredients, we have 5/6 of a cup of buttermilk. This should be around room temperature. Unfortunately, I forgot to buy it when I was planning to make these cupcakes, so mine is a little bit cooler. Here we have 2/3 of a cup of water. This is the same bowl as that I put the cocoa powder in, so that is why they're brown flakes. It also was in the same measuring cup as the oil, so there are some bubbles in it. But you know, I figured we're all mixing this stuff together anyway, so how bad can it be? And of course, over here we have the oil, which has the buttermilk in it, because I did the buttermilk first, and this is half a cup. Okay, let's add these in. Okay, so now I'm just going to add all these ingredients in. I don't think I need to explain it very much, but there's the buttermilk, and then the next is the oil, and the last is the water. And you're just going to whisk it all together until it makes a nice battery doughy form. Okay, so now we're going to be adding the vanilla extract as well as 2 eggs, and I'm sorry I didn't put these in the original photo of all the ingredients because I always forget, and because they're in the fridge, I don't know, I just don't see them. But anyways, we're just going to, I guess I felt the need to show you the 2 eggs which I put in, as well as the 1.5 teaspoons of vanilla. And now we're just going to be whisking the batter all together, and then it'll be all set and ready to go in the oven. So I just whisked it all together until it was well combined, and the batter is all set. So now we're going to be putting 1 Oreo in the bottom of each muffin tin for a little cookie surprise. Okay, so all the muffin tins are ready to go, and I'm just going to scoop out the batter using a ladle, and I'm probably going to use about 1 ladleful, which is also equivalent to about 1/4 of a cup, but if you don't want your cupcakes as full, you can feel free to use less. And eventually the little tins will be filled about 3/4 or 2/3 of the way. I'm going to go ahead and fill up the rest of these muffin tins off camera because I don't think that you guys need to watch how I fill muffin tins with batter. Okay, so see you guys in a bit. The oven is fully heated at 350 degrees, and the cupcake batter is all put in the tins, except for that one we had 24, and then there's one that's a little half cupcake, but we're just going to be putting them in the oven now for about 15 minutes. Are in the oven, we're just going to be starting making the cookies and cream buttercream frosting. So I here have 3 sticks of butter, and we are also going to be needing powdered sugar and crushed up Oreos. We're going to start by cutting the 36 of softened butter into small pieces. In general, the rule for making buttercream frosting is to add twice as much powdered sugar as you have butter. So we have 3/6 of butter, which is about equal to 1.5 cups. So we're just going to be adding 3 cups of powdered sugar. I'm just going to be mixing in the sugar with the green spatula here, and what you want to do is you want to press that butter into the powdered sugar along the sides of the bowl, so the powdered sugar really just gets pressed into the butter. And you're going to repeat this until you get a nice creamy buttercream texture. So I've been doing that for about 20 minutes now, a little bit less, and I've got the buttercream. And also, the cupcakes are now done, and the cupcakes cooked for a total of 20 minutes. So, and I stopped at 15 minutes and checked every 3 minutes after that. And so now the toothpick came out clean, and they're cooling in the pan. Okay, so the muffins have been cooling for 5 minutes, and so we're just going to transfer them to a wire rack. Please excuse the bad filming of this part. I was trying to do it pretty quickly. Okay, so for the cookies part of the cookies and cream buttercream, we're going to be taking 9 of these Oreo cookies and putting them into a giant freezer bag and smashing them with a rolling pin. So I just put half of the cookie crumbs in at a time, and I'm just going to be mixing this until it's pretty well combined. But if you don't want it to be well combined, you don't have to. This is kind of the part where you get to choose how well you like it.
So this is what it looks like with half of the cookie crumbs mixed in, and I'm just going to go ahead and add the second half of the cookie crumbs, and the buttercream will be complete.
So I moved the cupcakes over here.
Okay,
And
so
now I'm
now
just
it's
going to
time to
frost
frost the
them. The
cupcakes. They
bottom
should
ones
be
aren't quite
completely
ready, they're
cool to
still
the
really warm.
touch,
So we're just going to take the
and
top
you
ones
should be probably
and we're
close
just going
to
to
where your
be
frosting is.
spooning.
I just went ahead and frosted half of the cupcakes, or 1 dozen since we have 24, and I just did it using a knife. I think they look cute, kind of purposefully messy. So I just did that by just kind of swooping the knife around in swirls with a ton of frosting. There's probably about 2 tablespoons of frosting on each cupcake, possibly more like 3. And we're just going to finish it off by putting Oreos on, or half an Oreo on the top of each one. I'm sorry I won't be filming the finished product because these are actually for bake sale and I don't want the Oreos to get soggy. But I hope you guys all enjoyed this video and I hope you guys make delicious cupcakes. Bye!